Hey folks, how's everyone doing? Is everyone excited to be here tonight? All right, I'm just gonna project because I don't want to use the mic because I'm doing the slides. But hey everyone, thanks again for taking the time to be here tonight. Hope everyone's doing well. We really appreciate you all carving out time to be here for this very special celebration tonight with all of our students. My name is Jesse Poplinski. I'm one of the partners at Hack Upstate. And it's really an honor to be able to celebrate our third cohort's Capstone Presentations and graduation ceremony here at Lemoyne today. So let's give Lemoyne a big round of applause for allowing us to host here. Careers in Code continues to be one of the most amazing experiences I have in my life, professionally and personally. I've learned so much from all of our students, instructors, TAs, subject matter experts, and partners over these 24 weeks. And it's so cool to watch all of our students grow into these software professionals over just 24 weeks. And they gain these new skills in this really new, profound sense of confidence. That's really cool. And I think you're going to see a lot of it tonight. We're really, really proud of all of our soon-to-be graduates and how far they've come. For those of you that may not be aware, we started Hack Upstate in 2013 with the underlying mission to advance Central and Upstate New York's tech communities. And since 2013, we've organized 15 total hackathons, and we've had the privilege of organizing 2 cohorts of Careers in Code, with this being our third. Here we are some 9 years later, and we're so fortunate to continue to have the opportunity to provide this technical training in an effort to combat poverty here in Central New York and increase our students' earning potential. Operating a coding bootcamp cannot be done alone. First off, we're so fortunate to have such amazing partners like Syracuse Surge, Lemoyne College's Erie 21 Initiative, Center State CEO to make this all possible. In addition, our local employers who help cohort over cohort and inform what our curriculum looks like and what we should teach to our students. And secondly, the support from all of our instructors, our teaching assistants, and subject matter experts. They've been instrumental in helping to provide feedback to figure out what each cohort kind of looks like. And they dedicated so many hours with our students to make sure that they could get over the finish line and be here today. And third, last but not least, folks, our students. They persevered through a rigorous admissions process. I'm sure many of you remember how much time that took. And they've also persevered through tremendous challenge during the program, but they've pushed through adversity. And they're now going to walk the stage shortly here. And they've proven it takes what they have to succeed in the program. And we can't wait to see where this program takes them. Before I get any further, I'd like to invite up Amanda Miles from Lemoyne College's Erie 21 Initiative to say a few words. If you want, yeah.
I'm pretty loud, but I don't know if people.
Sure, yeah, here.
I'll do it just in case.
Yeah, good idea, good idea. Sorry, I just turned it off. Good call.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? No?
There it is. Hi. First of all, quick announcement. We do have a campus covered food pantry that is open. So if people are coming in and out, you can just give them a little wave. That's our Lemoyne thing, you know, just give them a little hello, and they might be popping in and out throughout the night. But I just want to first say thank you, Jesse, and thank you for choosing us as one of the partners for this program. I learned very quickly that Jesse, Max, and the team were efficient, and you all were in very good hands right away, which is really exciting. But like Jesse said, I'm Amanda. I'm the director of the Erie 21 program at Lemoyne. So Erie 21 is part of Mayor Ben Walsh's Syracuse Surge initiative, and we align very closely with Hack Upstate, which is why we make such great partners, because our goal is to help diversify the tech industry here in this region. We want to do this here in Central New York and help people here in this community figure out what that next step is for them. And so I'm one of many people that's going to say congratulations to all of you. And learning to become a software developer in 24 weeks is not easy. I was with a lot of you in your interview processes, which were intensive, more intensive than any interview I've ever been part of, but you did it. Larry's laughing because he knows it's true, but you did it. And so you deserve to be here, and I hope you realize that you deserve to be here, and we are so proud of you, and thank you again for having us be part of your experience. Now, I'm not here to give you a graduation address or anything like that, but I have a quote from, anyone watch Scandal? Anybody? Yeah. Kerry Washington fans, yes, right? I know Liza likes Scandal. She, in her speech to the graduates in 2013 at George Washington University, said a quote that always resonates with me. She said, "You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that can write the story that you were meant to tell." You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that can write the story that you were meant to tell. So I hope that you all take what you've learned over this last 24 weeks. It probably seems like 24 years, right? Or 2 weeks, either one, depending on the day. Right, Larry? Give me 24 seconds. So I hope you take what you learned about your abilities, about yourself, about the people around you, about your community, and you use that to kind of launch the next chapter of your story. And please know that we are so happy to be part of it, and we want to continue to be part of that. So please stay in touch and let us know where you land, and hopefully we will be there right alongside you. But thanks again, and congratulations.
Thank you. Let's give another big round of applause to Amanda. All right, just quick heads up on the COVID operating protocol for tonight. So if you're unvaccinated, please wear a mask. If you don't have one, there are masks available on that table back there. There's also hand sanitizer if you wish. We don't have a sign-in table anymore, actually. So if you're unvaccinated, just please wear a mask. Just a heads up, we are live streaming this right now on YouTube. So we're live, and this will also be recorded after if you want to tune in afterwards. Just as a heads up for everyone that is here and those that are tuning virtually as well. So I think we all know why we're here today, but for those that may not, with Careers in Code, we're really set out to address two main problems. First off is the poverty problem here in Syracuse, New York. Many of you may be aware, Syracuse's poverty rate remains among the highest across the United States, which is very unfortunate. And as a consequence of this, oftentimes there are individuals who cannot advance themselves professionally because they simply don't have those opportunities. So what we're trying to do with Careers in Code is increase the equal access to educational opportunities that may not be available for these individuals battling poverty today. And the second big problem we're out to address is the talent shortage that many employers here in Central New York face. So many of them often struggle to hire software developers that are qualified. So what happens as a consequence of this is those employers sometimes need to look outside of New York State. So we see that as dollars and opportunities that are leaving our region. So with Careers in Code, we're trying to put our employers in a position where they can hire locally right here from Syracuse, New York. So ultimately with Careers in Code, over the span of 24 weeks, we train our students software development training to give them the fundamental skills they need to get out there and identify entry-level and internship opportunities with local employers. Just real quick, code of conduct. We have this for all of our events. Please read it if you haven't, but in short, be cool, have empathy, be kind, do the right thing, don't do anything instructive or inflammatory. And if there's ever an issue or anyone's making you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, please flag myself, any of the Erie team, Max down, or shoot us an email at team@hackupstate.com. That's our hashtag for tonight. So you can feel free to tweet at us. We'll be monitoring that. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the good stuff. That's our hashtag you can use. Run up for schedule. So as soon as I'm done talking, we'll have everyone come up, all of our students come up and present their capstone projects. Immediately following that, we'll have our graduation ceremony. And after the graduation ceremony, you're free to mingle and hang out here. Also, if you haven't ate yet, there's still a bunch of food back there. So those of you that may have walked in while I was talking, feel free to help yourself to food on the table back there. Have to give a big thank you to our entire Hack Upstate team. Doug, founding partner of Hack Upstate, unfortunately could not be here tonight, but he's been instrumental, been a great partner. Max Matthews, where are you, Max? Raise your hand. Our Dean of Students and our Dean of Students and lead instructor, who has really taken Careers in Code to the next level with this cohort. And he's really put us in this amazing position where we can now run 2 cohorts per year. So thank you, Max, for all of your help. Yeah, I'll get another round of applause for Max here. That's awesome. Max Skurlock, our program manager, who's done amazing work in the day-to-day operation of the program, who's actually now in Japan, which is pretty awesome, but he's still with us, which is great. Jason Scarf, our student success representative, Jason back there, helped closer with our students, navigating difficult problems and challenges our students face over the 24 weeks. And Laura, who I don't think could be here tonight, but Laura, our career coach, who worked with all of our students to help prepare them for their job search. And yeah, thanks, Laura. Big thank you to our team for making Careers in Code possible. Also to thank all of our amazing instructors, subject matter experts, and teaching assistants. We're so fortunate to have such an awesome group of folks that contribute to our students' learning and growth. They've helped teach the fundamental skills over the 24 weeks that our students need to be successful. They spent a lot of time, one-on-one times, Max in particular, all the TAs and instructors as well. Words really can't express how grateful we are for all their support of the program. And something really amazing, I said this at the kickoff too, but many of our TAs and subject matter experts are graduates of our prior course, which is super cool and really, really fortunate that we have these amazing graduates that are giving back to the community and careers and codes. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Also got to thank our guest speakers who have shared their stories and experiences with our students over the past 24 weeks on a wide range of topics. We have career advice, networking tips, getting involved in tech communities, and a handful of technical demonstrations. It's been great to have them all in. And thank you for all the guest speakers for sharing all their wisdom with our students. Give them a big round of applause. I also have to thank our mock interviewers. So Laura's done a great job at facilitating some mock interviews between some local employers here and students of our cohort. A big thank you to all our mock interviewers who carve time out of their day to meet with our students and give them some real world experience before they do the real thing. So thanks to all our mock interviewers. I also have to give, again, a big thank you to all of our partners, Syracuse Surge, Lemoyne College's Erie 21 Initiative, Center State CEO. At the city, Syracuse and Syracuse Surge, thank you to Mayor Ben Walsh. At Lemoyne, big thank you to Bill Brower, Steve Kulik, Linda Lamura, Lisa Malara, Amanda Miles, Nicole Adams, Janine Baker, Taylor Hodge, and Dave Voorhees. At Center State CEO, thank you to Dominic Robinson, Liza Semiday, and Amy Durfee. You guys have been such an amazing team to work with, and it's really a pleasure to be able to work with you all over these past 24 weeks, and many more moving forward. Common Space as well, who provided venue space for all of our students. Big thank you to them, particularly Shauna Delberto for helping us out. And Working Solutions, who we partner with to provide laptops for all of our students so they can continue their journey upon graduation in software development. Big thank you to Alan Lamb. Let's do a big thanks to all our partners. All right, and last but certainly not least, our students. So our students have gone through a lot that they're going to tell you about in just a little while here. But our students, right from the admissions process, they've really proven they have the passion, the aptitude, and the grit to succeed in the program. And they've pushed through tremendous adversity over these 24 weeks. They've had to make a lot of sacrifice inside and outside the classroom, spending many weekends carved out just for the program. It's a lot. The program's 12 hours per week, but there's many, many, many more hours that are required to be successful in careers and code. In addition to all the instructors and the TAs and the subject matter experts, our students have also provided us with some really invaluable feedback that's helped us tremendously and will help course moving forward. So students, thank you for being so open and honest with all of us. And we can't wait to see where this program out takes you. So thanks so much, all the students, soon-to-be graduates. All right, up next, I'd like to call it Max to talk a little bit about the Capstone Project, and students should be coming up shortly. Max, if you want to take over. Sure.
So you guys made it. We're here. We are here to celebrate your Capstone project. Let me take this off so you can hear me a little bit better. The Capstone Project is a personal project that all students pursue during the Careers in Code program. So we push our students to create what we call a full stack project. Now, if you don't know what that means, that's totally okay. Most of our students didn't know what a full stack project was day one of this program. And so we are looking forward to seeing everyone's capstones. But before we do, I wanted to give you all a little lesson, because if you thought you were here just for graduation, you got a little education headed your way. So a full stack is comprised of a couple different pieces. The front end and the back end are where we break out our code, right? So the front end is everything that you see as an end user. The back end is what's happening on the server or up in the cloud, right? That's like the API and the databases and all of that. So our students learn a particular stack through the boot camp. That happens to be React on the front end. And then on the back end, it's kind of split into two: Node.js, which is our API, and our server, which also runs a framework called Express. And we also have our database, and we happen to use PostSQL, SQL. So I'm trying to brief you guys on all of this because throughout the Capstone presentations, you are likely going to hear some of these terms, right? So basically the way that this flows is that when you see a page in your web browser, that is a route or a component that's showing up in the Express code. On the back end, we have what's called an API endpoint. That's what's kind of controlling our server. That's what's being the middleman between what we see and the database. So those two connect together in what we call an API call or a web request. Then we bridge the gap between our Node and Express code and our database with a package called Sequelize. That's kind of the middleman that allows our code to talk to each other. Then we define what a model is. So the backend needs to know what is in the database. It needs to know what kind of data it can expect. So the model represents the structure of our data. And then finally, we have the database table, right? Think about that as a giant spreadsheet, except the only difference is the spreadsheet, while it may have a couple thousands of rows, a database table can support millions and millions of rows. So what we teach our students is how to connect all of these together. So the students have written thousands of lines of code over the course of the 24 weeks individually. They get all of this project experience, and then they get to tie it together for their capstone. So their capstone is totally up to them to decide what they want to focus on and how they want to showcase all of the knowledge here. So basically, the connections all come together, and then students add additional pages on top of that. So this is everything that's happening under the hood. Believe it or not, this is what takes 24 weeks to work your way up to. So students learn through a project-based curriculum, and their capstone effectively manifests this flow of data in order to become what we call that full stack developer. Any questions? All right, so I would like to kick it off with our capstone presentations. Just a brief overview and hopefully just a reminder for the students. 6 minutes max for our presentations. We've been drilling that into our students to get everyone in and out as effectively as possible. When you have 2 minutes left, Jesse will be in the back and will hold up a sign that says time to demo. At the end of your presentation, students, please stay on the stage and open it up to any questions the audience may have. If you do have any audience questions, please be sure to repeat them as the student so that we can capture it for our live stream. Finally, reminder, just share your screen when you get up here on Zoom. Do not unmute your microphone when you get up here. With all of that said, I'm going to pass it off to Larry, who is our first presenter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Make sure I got my whole 6 minutes. Good. All right. Yeah, stop this.
Stop sharing on the
It is stopped. So, oh. I need a password. Sorry.
Why is it not? 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, folks.
Maybe just HDMI unplug and replug.
Yeah, try that.
What happens to the microphone?
Right here. There. Yeah, here. I'll get it turned on too for you. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that, folks.
All right.
Can you just advance your slide, Larry, just to make sure that it's sharing? Just one. Yeah,
Yes,
you're good.
good.
Perfect. Good. Okay.
Put this out the way. All right.
This will pick up.
Ready to go. Good evening, everybody, friends, family, and guests. I'm Larry Goodman, and my capstone project is a shopping list reorganizer. Up until August of 2020, I worked as an academic coach and a tutor at Onondaga Community College for the Educational Opportunity Program. And shortly thereafter, I transitioned to contact tracing, and I was able to elevate to a team supervisor for both the contact tracing and the case investigation units. In tandem with that, I've also taught robotics, coding, and entrepreneurship at a local community center, the Vision Center on 1221 South Salina Street. And I love doing that, but I had to take a break so that I could actually participate in this program. And we'll be starting back October 3rd. Currently, thanks to my friend Liza back there and the Syracuse Surge Coding Apprenticeship Program, I am a paid developer apprentice at Cherokee. I must speed it up a little bit. Some of the reasons that I joined Careers in Code was, one, to increase my skill set in the field to pique my interest, and two, I was inspired by others who I motivated and helped them reach their academic and career goals while I worked at Onondaga Community College, and also my time spent working as a contact tracer. Some of the things I love doing outside of Careers in Code is spending time with my family. They over here, y'all can make noise. Playing chess, reading books, video games, and learning. And you'll see them sprinkled throughout the presentation. They might be upset, but it's okay. Went too fast. All right, so I had a problem. I hate grocery shopping. I don't know about you, but there are plenty of times I find myself going to Wegmans just to get some water and some sushi, and 2 bags later, I find myself leaving the store $200 down. It's crazy. So you ask what my solution is? I don't care if you didn't, I'm gonna tell you anyways. I decided to create an app, and Max already went over the tech stack, but I use Postgres, which handled the database, Express, which handled the network calls, React, which gave you the visual components on the user end, Node.js, which allowed us to create a server locally in the API so I can access the data from the stores. My creative process, thanks to Karen, where are you, Karen? I got a bunch of do-it-yourself whiteboards, and if I don't get my security deposit back, I'm coming to you. Also, YouTube University, Max, Stack Overflow, and more Max. One of the biggest challenges I had during the boot camp was losing 3 close loved ones within 3 weeks of each other. I lost my sister, I lost a brother, and I lost my mother-in-law. And as you can see, the dates really close to each other. Another issue that I ran into, there was no documented API that I could find for Wegmans. We tried calling the stores, going to them in person. Some people didn't even know what an API was. And then those that did said, nah, that's not gonna happen. So we had to get creative. At first, I was gonna use some dummy data from a sheet that I had a long time ago with generic items and just the location of them. But then Jason recommended that I get in the API and get actual data. And he showed me how to access the API via the network tag, but again, it was not documented. And then Max showed me how to use cookies to increase, to be able to do it consistently. And another problem I had was doing the overlapping programming, asking for help the last third of the program. As far as the data is concerned, I chose 7 local Wegmans stores. Each store had over 40,000 items, and that equated to about 30,000 data points and about 3.5 million lines of code for the data stuff. In the future, I want to make my app pretty, add live access to the store's databases. That way, if anything changes, I can kind of show you, still I'll keep you abreast where it is, and more quality time. I'd be remiss without saying thank you to my Cohort 3 classmates. They stood up and they showed me light, kindness, and love during my time of need. And now it's showtime. That's my fiance, she's sitting right there. All right, so the way that my app works, you can pick the stores, only use 7 of them. Somebody pick a store, James Street, all right, that's already on there. All right, somebody pick an item. No. Nope. So you can pick up and search with the store. You can put the item in, and then I can change the quantity if I want to. I'm going to pick another one because I know there's quick beans. Let's see. This is in 13A. Pay attention to the aisles. Let me see. Water. And water. I want to do 6A. So as you can see, as I put them in the list, they're being put in order. The numbers are going to be put in numerical order. The ones that are not numbers are going to be put in alphabetical order. And this is based on the store that you're at, because there are even though they're all Wegmans, they don't necessarily have the same items in the same place. But what this allows me to do is put my list in. I don't have to think about where it is. Put my list in, and then once I got my list together, okay, all this stuff right here is in aisle such and such, and so on and so forth. So I can just breeze through each of the aisles and grab everything while I'm there, so I don't leave 2 bags and $200 down. That is my presentation. I thank you all for watching and listening. Anybody have any questions?
Next up to the stage, we have Zach and Christy's on deck. You're good to go.
Hi, my name is Zach Hafner, and I made Streamline, the streaming service search engine. I have my contact information displayed at the top of the slide up here. I've worked as a pharmacy technician, a United States Postal Service employee, and I currently work as an authentication center specialist in TCG Player in downtown Syracuse. I've been interested in getting a career in the tech field for a few years now, but I wasn't really sure where to begin. Last year, I was part of the Syracuse Surge learning community, and we learned a lot about how Syracuse is trying to become a smart city, trying to bring in more employees with employers with careers in tech. My hobbies include amateur photography and travel, and I have some pictures in my slides up here, just places I've been, just to make it more interesting. Why Streamline? As cable television's been on kind of a decline lately, it seems like every channel has its own streaming service nowadays, and it can be kind of hard to keep track of where to watch any given television show or movie. And if you're if you have a suggestion from your coworkers or your friends, or if you're like listening to a podcast and there's something that sounds interesting, it's kind of a pain to have to like log into each individual streaming service and do a search. So I have my website listed up here as well. I'm going to demo that for you real quick. This is the login page here. Try a different one. Someone want to give me a movie title?
Jaws.
When you submit a search, you get all the results here for anything associated with the search. And if you hover over this, see streaming services, it shows where you can watch any of those given movies. And if you click the link, it pulls up the movie database's website. And down here, you have different individual links to the actual web page itself. I also have the ability to create a new profile here, and as well as if you forget your password, you submit your email address here. It'll send you an email when you click the link. It should bring up a separate page. It may take just a minute. In the meantime, I'll go on to my next steps. So challenges I faced when I was working on my project. Jason actually helped me find a third-party API to go through to access the database with, but we had some concerns that I wasn't going to be able to access their API, make an API call through them during my actual Capstone presentation. So based on Max's suggestion, we pivoted to another site, movie database, and I haven't had any issues with them. Everything went off without a hitch. I had a few security issues. When you make an API call, you need a key to access their database, and you can't have that in your code. It's a huge security issue. So actually, when I was deploying my website, Accidentally got my account banned. Had to go through a lot to remove it from the code that I deployed publicly and make sure I had access to the database again. So I had to create a get ignore file to have that API key in a separate file, so I'd be able to access that without it being publicly visible. As far as my next steps for the website, right now it only does movie searches. So I would like to incorporate TV shows at some point in the future. And I would like to get direct links to the actual movies and TV shows that you search, but I would need to incorporate a separate API. The movie database uses Just Watch for their API as well, so I'd have to incorporate that, and unfortunately just didn't have time before I had to present. I also have to certify my website so that it doesn't show up as being insecure. This is finished loading. Set the password. You can log in using a new password. I just want to thank the whole team at Careers in Code. Thank you, Jesse and Doug, for this amazing opportunity. Max, you're an amazing instructor. Thanks so much. Jason helped me so much with my APIs, really help it. Appreciate it. All of the instructors, teachers, assistants, and guest speakers, and my fellow classmates for being an amazing group of people to learn with. Thank you so much. Questions? Sorry.
I can only use this to find the movie that I'm looking for.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
I can actually click one of those and watch.
the drop-down menu that has all the different, it lists the different sites where you can access it. And if you click that, it pulls up the movie database's website that has all the different links listed.
Wow.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Hello. My name is Christy Harlow, and I will be sharing a bit about myself, my journey, and my Capstone project. My project is called Christy's Favorite Things. And these things down here are my Twitter, my GitHub, my email, and the domain name for my portfolio site. Okay. About me. This is my second career change in the past 24 months. In past positions, I sometimes had the ability to work from home. And my last job was with the Contact Tracing Initiative. I was fully remote. For 3 months, I worked as a contact tracer, and then for 13 months, I supervised a team of 20. And all this was done from my laptop inside my home. After that, I decided I want to do this from now on. So I saw Careers in Code and a full stack web developer as an opportunity to manifest a new remote career in technology. Beginning in 2020, during when I first started working for the Contact Tracing Initiative, I kept hearing pivot. I kept hearing that so much, kept hearing it over and over again. And I still hear it now kind of regularly. And so according to Merriam-Webster, pivot means to adapt or improve by adjusting or modifying something. So for me, this boot camp is my pivot. The problem. My problem was I wanted to create something that was eye-catching and interesting. The average human attention span is only 8.25 seconds, so I don't have much time. I saw a photo grid and I was intrigued and I was like, I want to do this. I was like, I'm going to find a way to create something that looks like that. And so my Christie's favorite things is Oprah inspired. And I thought this was a great quote because if you can see it and believe it, it is a lot easier to achieve it. And so I actually saw it first. With that being said, so things like Hello World, Go Live, and NPM Run Start now excite me. The biggest challenge for me was JavaScript. I thought JavaScript was going to be the death of me. And then my takeaway would be that I need a whiteboard. And so here we have, this is Christy's favorite things. So if you click on this link, it'll take you to a site and then you'll be able to order the things that I have on the favorite things. So these are just a few of my favorite things. And the categories I used were self-care, food, and things you could wear. So if you click on this, mostly adults in here.
Self-care, right?
Right. Actually, this is labeled as food, but it could be self-care. And then I have these, my favorite slippers. So I created a database with Postgres via Beekeeper, connected my backend to my front end using Cohort SQLize via Node.js, Express, and React Router. Front end scripting done via JavaScript, interface via React, using the standard markup language HTML styled by CSS and Bootstrap. And I can't forget to mention the Masonry.js. So this, if you notice, the Masonry.js is, all of this looks like it's laid like bricks. So that's my presentation. I just wanted to end with saying I am officially a full stack web developer. I want to thank, they're not here, but I hope they watch this. I want to thank everybody here. Max, I'm giving him a new name, but I want to thank Nathan. Nathan was so patient with me, especially during the Heroku deploy and me and JavaScript. He was, very helpful. So, and Ryan was very helpful too. So, and of course my classmates. So thank you, everyone. Oh wait, any questions? Where is Matt? I got some sure.
Milk balls.
I do have some at my house that I ordered. Max, I can't find. I gotta stop sharing.
Christy, you're good.
Oh, okay. Somebody disconnected.
Any other questions? Question for that, Christy.
Oh, moving forward, I would like to connect some affiliate links so I can maybe make some money.
Next to the stage, we're welcoming Doug with Wayne on deck.
Am I sharing? Okay. Oh, the stupid Zoom bar is in the way. Okay. Pardon me if I rush. My presentation is too long. But out of the gate, I want to thank Hack Upstate. I want to thank all the instructors. I want to thank all the TAs, the guest speakers, and of course, especially Max. I've been saying that I think they should subtitle Careers in Code 6 months of max. Also to my cohort 3 classmates, you guys are amazing. It has been a privilege to come up through this program with you guys. And after seeing you 5 nights a week, 6 months in a row, there's gonna be a little gap in my life. I'm gonna miss everybody. All right, on to my presentation. I'm Doug Rusin. These are my links. Outside of Careers in Code, I like to do figure drawing. I first heard about Careers in Code when I went to a tech meetup where Jesse spoke about it. And it sounded like something I really wanted to be a part of. Like it could get my dead-end career back on track. So after a lot of communications, a lot of hoops, we figured out a way for me to be a part of cohort 3. And I honestly feel like it has changed my future. In the program, I built an app. The problem that I wanted to solve was, like Larry, I don't like shopping. It takes too long. I'm always running back and forth through the store trying to find things. I never find them in the order that they're on my list, so I skip things on my list, end up forgetting stuff. And by the time I get to the end of my list, there's always something at the other end of the store I forgot to get. So bottom line, shopping out of order is no good for anybody. Got to be a better way. Now there is. I present to you Shop Faster. So the goal was I wanted to build an app that would map the shortest route through the grocery store to pick up all the items on your shopping list. The process, I'm going to call an audible. I'm going to fly through this part because I'm running long. Brainstorming, then wireframes, then iterations between planning and wireframes. So I finally came up with something that I thought I could build a solid app out of. Before I started building the app, I actually built a tool to help me build the app. And among all the things it did, it was especially useful for testing and improving my pathfinding algorithms. I was talking to Max about it one day, and he told me, don't spend another line of code on pathfinding until you research the traveling salesman problem. So the traveling salesperson problem is that there's a salesperson in their home city. They got to travel to a handful of other cities, each one once and only once, and end up back in their home city. The challenge is to calculate the shortest way to get the shortest route to do that. And it seems like a simple problem, but apparently this is a decades-old engineering challenge that to this day does not have a definitive solution. So I felt better about struggling with the pathfinding myself. I really wanted to get into the brute force algorithm and the genetic algorithm, but I'm not going to have time. I ended up going with a variation of the genetic algorithm. In the future, I want to improve the pathfinding. I want to incorporate real-time databases. I want to refactor my sprawling, the code in my map component and tweak the logo. So that is my slide deck. This is my app. So you log in, you can create a new account or log in. All the users are stored in the database, as are the shopping lists. So this is a list that I had before. Everything is crossed off because I already went and picked it up. You can uncross off everything if you want to go shopping again and say I want to add something. You just do a search, and it searches the database for all the items that match your search, and you select one. And you can activate and deactivate items. So say this is my regular weekly shopping list, but this week I know I have ice cream in the freezer, so I can just turn that off without having to delete it and research it next time I want to go shopping. So say this is my list, I go to the store, it plots out everything in the store for me, and then, oh, is this not going to let me scroll up? There we go. The magic sauce is, cross my fingers, there, it calculates the path through all the items in the store. So you come in through the entrance, find your way up to your first item, which is bread. cross it off. It shows crossed off items remaining. Then you find your way up to the oranges, check that off, follow your path to, sorry, I'm having drag issues. Let me just zoom out. So you follow your path to the cheese, check that off, get to the milk, check that off, find your way to aisle, was that 7B to get the peanut butter, check it off. Last item is pretzels. You get that, it zooms out the map, shows you that all your items are procured. In my 10 seconds left, I want to just show you that you can have multiple stores per user account, and each store has its own shopping list. So these are all list for the East Syracuse Fresh Mart. And if you go to shop, it shows all those items on the list. And again, you should be able to calculate the path. And if I'm lucky, there, that's the quickest path through the store to get everything on that list. Thank you. Corey? I did, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I went through a number of logos, which you can see I kind of sprinkled them throughout. Down here, I got a racing cart, shopping cart, racing flag, shopping cart. Any other questions? What's next? Improve the algorithm. I don't know, Zach and Stephanie were saying I should sell it to Instacart. But really, I want to team up with Larry, get his for real databases, and put our applications together. There you go. Thank you.
Next up on stage, we're welcoming Wayne Kataya up next. Yep. Actually, I haven't turned yet. And you're good to go.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Wayne Boyd. I am here to present my capstone. The name of it is Pureplex. So there's a motto: life is an art, you should preserve it. All right. This is some contact information about me on the left-hand side. Here we go. So a little bit about me and my background. I am from humble beginnings. I grew up in Jamaica. One of the hardest challenges I've had, besides Cohort 3, is moving to the United States. Back in Jamaica, I was a system administrator / technical support rep. I kind of worked with Verifone machines. That's the same swipe card machines. In Jamaica, we use those to print prepaid phone cards. So that's where my technical background came from. Moving forward, what I'm doing currently in my life, I'm a monitor tech at St. Joe. I listen to beeps and alarms constantly every day, and while looking at heart rhythms on a screen. So I told myself I could do without the alarms. It ain't going? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, bad. Looked like it wasn't showing a while ago. Yes, like, okay. All right, my reasons for choosing career in codes. After 4 years of being a monitor tech, I wanted a change. And also, I wanted a better environment for my son, doing something that I wanted to do in the job that I like. And computer is my love. Um, uh, so after doing certification in EMT at Center State, I found out that the Korean codes were open, so I applied for it. Things I learned on the way that kind of pushed me to create this capstone. One was um, JavaScript. No surprise to most of my classmates, it kicked my butt. I don't like JavaScript. However, I like a challenge, so every day I try to push myself for that. HTML, CSS, thank God for React. Because of React, it was easier to write code in JavaScript. So that made it, not so hard. Um, with these new skills, I told myself that I wanted to use these skills to create something of my own. My greatest challenges while I was doing this cohort was data structure and time management. Data structure, so my app is basically, uh, it's, it's more geared towards promoting art than user experience. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's all different types. But I wanted to create an app that promoted art and, you know, doing that. So that's where Pure Text came from. My three main reasons for creating this project. First one was, like I said, there's Facebook, but I don't see an app specifically geared towards promoting art or converging with artists. So I wanted to do that. My second reason is I'm an artist myself. So I find that with every paint, scribble, or sketch, there's a beauty in it. My third reason was someone else can tell their story on my website. Wait, you're down. Oh, great. So this part right here is basically, oh, what happened? This part right here is basically how I use Amazon Web Server to store the database to kind of update it in my Beekeeper to show up on my front end. So this is a little part of my app so far that I've created, come up with. It's called Pureplex. You can sign in. You can create a new account. You can also upload your files, your art, whatever it is. That's my biggest feature. I would like to show that out for a second. So I'll select a picture right here and upload it. And what happens, it should automatically update in the database somewhere here. That last one. There we go. But yeah, so that's my app and that's my site.
The meaning behind clicks.
Pardon?
The meaning behind clicks.
Clicks. So I thought of clicks as just anything that's digitally that you could upload that you as an art. So any clicks is digital art.
So kind of like Pixel
and Flix.
All right. Good job, man.
Any other questions? No.
You're welcoming Kataya up to the stage, and Stephanie is on deck. We're good. It should just be looks like on your slide, and then just go into present. Yep. Good to go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kataya, and this is a quick and brief background about me. All right, here goes some of my links. Let's connect: my email, my LinkedIn, and my GitHub. It's misspelled. I had an error. I'm gonna fix it one day. All right. So my slide says I'm a full stack developer. Cohort 3. Wow. We can officially say that today. It amazes me that we finally made it here. Some days I didn't think that I would actually make it here. I remember literally crying in the shower some days, asking myself, why did I sign up for this? Am I sure that software development is something that I actually want to do? Why did I let my friend Stranjay talk me into doing this? But we made it, and that's all that matters. My why for wanting to be a software developer, as Larry and Christy also said, I was a contact tracer. My background is healthcare administration. I lived in Baltimore for about 13 years. The pandemic happened. Everybody got sent home, including healthcare. In the middle of the pandemic, I decided to come back home, start working as a contact tracer. Being home, I realized that I had the flexibility to be a mom and enjoy being a mom. I was able to drop my daughter off to school, pick her up, and just be home in my own environment. I didn't have to really deal with traffic, not too many people. The older I get, I realize that I'm not as much as a people person as I put off. So I enjoyed that aspect, and I thought to myself, I could really get used to this. So once this project comes to an end and we get back to normal, and now we are at normal, there's something that I need to do to continue this luxury that I have been given. So I got on my favorite apps, which is TikTok, Facebook, start looking at opportunities that would afford me that lifestyle. And again, like I was saying, start looking on Facebook, joined some tech groups, and stumbled across Careers in Code. I sent the message to, well, I actually found the group. It said that the deadline had came. I actually was sad about it, but I wanted to still get the information about it. Posted a comment. Stranjay sent me a message and said, hey, you might want to send them a message. I just did. They're still accepting applicants. Sent the application in, and I got the interview. My tech background is MySpace. That literally, I can remember us coding. I used to make pages pretty. I should have known then that I would like front end, because I like doing that. People were asking to make their pages, and I did. So there's no surprise here that front end is where you guys can find me at. I struggled with the back end, and I fell in love with HTML, CSS, like the rest of everybody else. JavaScript kicked my butt. My brain is still mush because of it. Thank you, Max. But I have overcome, and React has been very helpful in making the syntax a little better for me. So you guys may ask what's next for me, or maybe you didn't, but I'm gonna tell you. So what's next is hopefully at some point I'll get to start a career in tech, but I realized that even though Careers in Code has given me an awesome foundation, there is more things that I still need to do to develop my skills. Oh, I didn't click through my slides of why. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to my motivation, my mom, my daughter, my boyfriend who's watching on live. Thank you guys so much. I know I drove y'all crazy, but I appreciate y'all. I talked about my challenges. I'm sorry. The biggest challenge, this quote really resonated with me. Your biggest challenge is to show up when your mind makes the best excuses. Listen, I made a lot of excuses. But with that being said, I am going to show off this project. It's called Grow. It's called Nori Syracuse. My ultimate goal is to continue to grow, perfect my craft, take some more classes to develop my skills. And here we go. So Nori Syracuse is a Black business directory. What I realized moving back to Syracuse is the problem here is that we have a lot of amazing Black businesses that are not highlighted. A lot of people do not know about them. The best way to find out about them is Facebook. It's not always what you know, but who you know. And even with who you know, sometimes it don't always pan out like that. So I figured having a Black directory, even though there are some amazing ones, shout out to the city of Syracuse and OCC who have them, everybody does not know about them. So my idea is to make it so that everybody knows about this. This is a quick about me page. Oh, all my classmates like this picture. Mine and my own Black business, I had to make sure I showed that off for them because they loved it. Larry, we're gonna get some shirts. But I have a link, I have a form where you can fill it out quickly. I'm gonna just type in here, y'all don't pay me no mind. I pre-filled this out, but it obviously reset. But you will fill this out, your name, your business information, a quick description. You'll send the information. This is how you will connect with me. And sorry, it will send me an email. Or will it? Yes, it will send me an email to say, hey, this owner, their contact information, their business, address, website, description would like to connect with Nori Syracuse. I will then add it to my beautiful database and we will continue to grow it and it will be displayed here. My future endeavors is to make sure that everybody is highlighted. Hopefully we can start dividing it up to where it is divided into categories and maybe put some review pages on here. That's it.
You charge like a subscription for the businesses so that you can make money doing it?
That's a really good idea. I think I would much rather get funding from different places like maybe the city to actually have this running. I just really want to highlight the Black businesses in the area. And I think that because we're a minority, I think that we need something that's not paid for. If people always want to charge Black businesses or Black people for something, I think that I want to give back to my community and let this be free.
We're welcoming Stephanie to the stage and Nicole is on deck.
Okay. All right, so hello everyone. My name is Stephanie Nunez and my project is called Stephanie's Kitchen. It's a recipe site and I'm excited to share it with you today. All right, so a little background on me. I graduated in SU in 2011 and I've been with the post office for about 7 years now. I've been searching for a way to transition my career into the tech world for about a year or so, and I was fortunate enough to come across Careers in Code and the Surge pre-apprenticeship program, so I'm really grateful to both those for picking me up. It is a lot for 6 months, but I'm always multitasking everything. It's kind of like my mini superpower. So I would work overnight for the post office, and then I'd run off to like a side hustle like Instacart or Grubhub, just anything that would help me make ends meet for my family so I can help my siblings to make it through college or any random last minute issues that would pop up. So that brings me to my source of my motivation. I come from a family of 6, and growing up, we were financially unstable, so daily stress and homelessness were a normal part of life. We had limited funds, but I was determined to find affordable and creative ways to help feed my family. And there was a lot of trial and error over the years, but I got really, really good at reverse engineering food. So I could taste something and break it down and kind of generally give you a good idea of how to rebuild it, and then I tweak it and make it my own, and then I'd run around and try to feed everybody. So highlights, I ended up taking a similar approach to this program. I really struggled a lot, but I was doing well at first. HTML and CSS, I killed it, but then we hit JavaScript, and I'm sure you guys are gonna hear a lot of that. It was like a wall. So out of frustration, though, I had that light bulb moment where I was like, you know what, I can apply these cooking skills to this program. So I would look at pre-written code. I would find other people's projects. I would find things just by Googling other people's projects, and I'd delete a line or two and just see what it would do. And little by little, things started to make sense, and it would click. But again, same reverse engineering methods. So challenges, juggling work along this program, it was really rough. I would work in data collection, which means that once a day I'm in a different town across New York State. Our districts just merged too. So instead of just staying local in central New York, I would be driving to Buffalo, Westchester, Niagara Falls over and over again, and then go right into class afterwards. So I was really struggling with the sleep aspect of it, and that affected my comprehension. But I was very fortunate to have all our classes recorded. So with extra help from Max and Jason, a lot of help from Jason, a lot of her talks with Jason, and also our classmates' camaraderie, it really gave me that extra fuel to make it through the program. So the main reason I wanted to do this project and why it's so special to me is that I can't cook anymore the way I used to. If we go back to the previous slide, that's challenge number 2. In January 2021, I got COVID. So it's a year and 9 months. I have not had my taste and smell. So it's been 2 years of this new lifestyle. And it's doing this project, honestly, it's really helped me regain that confidence that I needed. Every time people were like, give me your recipe. Food became an issue. But now I can put all years worth of passion onto a website that is entirely a reflection of me. So I designed it with a simple layout. All these pictures on here, by the way, are things I've taken over the years, random experience. And then if you see on the About page, my family. So it's easy to navigate. That way my mom can just go on here if she's bored with food and wants to try something random and new, or if a friend just wants to kind of show off random things that they've had at my house. And so let's see. If you click all, you can go browse through everything that I've made so far that I managed to put on the site. I did for this build a database, actually 2, so that I could list all the categories on the main page over here. And then break it down so that once you click an individual category, so if we go to like sandwiches, so far I only have 3, but you can click and see what to make. I am going to be continually updating this because of the lack of taste and smell and the way I cook. It's been hard to streamline that, but for me, that's the easy part. The difficult part was figuring out all of this stuff. So again, a lot of conversations with Max and 6 months worth of boot camp really helped click all this together. But again, it was the reverse engineering that kind of did it. I was still learning until the very end, when I was having to go over things over and over again, deleting something, having my project break, and then running and crying to Max. But yeah, so this is going to be continuously updated. Right here, you can see my database that has some of the information. It pulls all my photos that I put into there. I'm probably going to be updating it with random recipes as I go. And I'm just looking forward to carrying this project forward past the program and as I start my career.
Donate tab or a way to share all of your recipes to social in case people want to grow the following?
That was I thought that I had. I want to include a page so people can, I actually did not show it, I'm sorry. On the contact page, it's a form in case you want to submit or ask for a recipe that I didn't include. But that is a great idea. That way I can grow the site and include other people's recipes, because food and family go tightly wound together. So it's not just my recipes behind this. A lot of these are either tweaked from great outings that we've had, or somebody came over to visit and, you know, let's try something random. So honestly, I would probably incorporate that. That's a great idea. Done.
Are all those photos of food that you made?
Yes. So all of these photos that you see on here, let me go to all. And also the buttons that I included for the stuff I didn't take photos of. This is everything I force fed to people for years.
You need more friends.
house is always open. I'm right on Milton, honestly. We always have groups of people coming over. So, and actually, it's funny that I stopped on this. The chicken over rice and the chopped cheese. Oh my God, I would share that with everyone. That one was the one I worked on the hardest, even though I can't taste and smell. It was nonstop over and over and over again, being like, does this taste like it used to? Can I make this again? So we're good on those. I still have to tweak a lot of my old recipes because it's difficult cooking without tasting and smelling. So that's my struggle moving forward, but at least I can present it now.
Nicole with Shantina on deck. Yep.
Sorry, you know I'm pinning it.
You're good to go.
Thank you, Max. Max.
The bottom where you got the two arrows to the bottom right. To the bottom right.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Nicole Brodnex. I want to start by thanking everybody, thanking everyone at Lemoyne, thinking of everybody at Hack Upstate. Just thank you, everybody. I love this program, and I'm so grateful for it. Today, my capstone project is about helping individuals in the community get resources they need easily or faster. I was a little worried about my career change at first because I was going to school for social work and this wasn't quite in the field that I was in. So this is my way to giving back to that field. A little bit about me. I'm currently going to school for computer systems. I am also the Syracuse first registered apprentice for software development. And today I finally get to say that I am a full stack developer. Before the boot camp, I was just doing a little bit of social media marketing, content creation, and a web development. I was teaching myself many very different languages, and I didn't know how to connect them. So I choose to apply to the cohort because it will give me a clear path of where I can put the information and how the information actually goes together. Outside of the boot camp, I enjoy modeling, acting, and pageantry. That's just what I enjoy doing. My inspiration, if anybody's seen my little stinky at the back, her name is Nova. She's the reason why I keep going. I just want to be able to show. The problem I'm trying to solve is in Syracuse, we have 30% of the population is below the poverty line. The biggest demographic is women between 18 and 34 years old and males between 18 and 24 years old. There are so many different lack of resources that we have, and one of the resources that we lack is online resources for education, mental health, and employment. The solution is my app, Syracuse Impact. I noticed a few years ago, well, I would say about 5 years ago, I had to call 211 and I reached out to one of my mentors and I said, hey, I only got $20 left in my name. How much food can I get with this? I was pretty young, out of high school, my first apartment. And she was like, call 211, they'll help you. I called 211 and they were like, hey, on Butternut Drive, you can get a food box. And I was like, okay, they're gonna give me a lot of food, right? So then I called them and they're like, basically I went, it happened to be Butternut Drive, which is really far away. And I live on the north side, so I was thinking regular old Butternut, but if anybody knows, that's on the north side of Syracuse. I ended up having to wait a whole week and I had to give them my last $20 to get the box, but I hadn't seen the box for a week. So I was just like thinking like, dang, I wish I knew more things. And that was the only resource that she had gave to me. The vision I want to show with my app is that it will be easier to navigate and to provide feedback and resources and maybe even reviews. So if you had a bad experience with that resource, we know, like we could know, just leave a comment. The creative process that I went through while making my app was, I used a Trello board. It's a Kanban board, basically a project management board, to make sure I was holding myself accountable. I struggled with JavaScript. My challenges was just work-life balance, maintaining work, school, and also a mom. Here's some links where you can contact me. I'm on LinkedIn, and I have my own website, which isn't ready yet, but it will be. Here's my app, Syracuse Impact. On my app, you can click on different services. So mental health services, I have family and social support, education, and employment. And through a database that I use, I was able to filter out each service that I put in the database for each page that you'll see. So if you click on, for instance, the family page, you can go here and leave a review. Here's a review for Joseph's House for women. They provide different things for single moms. And then here's their official site where you can click on if you left a comment and you just really wanted to reach out to somebody, I have their official links there as well. I also have a login and a register in case you wanted to remain anonymous or if you wanted to leave your name. Just go back. And then there's a form to help you filter out your needs and different cards. So that is everything.
Hi, Nicole. This seems like this could be a fantastic resource for schools. I mean, probably more than schools, but I'm just thinking this could be something that the school district I work in could use immediately. Like, what are your next steps, you know, with this? Because this seems like an incredible resource. We hear all the time that our families struggle to find things that are helpful to them.
Some of the things I was hoping to add was a scheduling assistant. So that was a really big thing. So if you needed help in mental health services, depending on which company or who is a specific therapist, they would be able to put their, their booking site, book me here this time. So you can reach out to them. I also wanted to make it into a mobile app and just be able to connect events and blogs that was going on in the city so we can share to social media.
Yeah, I'm talking from education, but I can see it being an excellent resource for the medical profession. I hope you really get this developed and move this through.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Next up, we have Shantina and Tiffany on deck. Do you have the Canvas link? Yeah, do it from there. Just go to the post attendee and hit refresh from there. Nope. Okay. Maybe go back to Canvas. Yeah. Sorry. And home, right? For modules. I think. Key link. Yeah, go ahead. And open. Join without video. Share, you can hit join. And then share screen. Desktop one. Yeah. And then you can switch over to your slides and just hit the play button. Oh, switch to slide 1. And then play. All right, good to go.
Ooh. Thank you.
Okay, now that's on us, not you.
Mhm.
You want to go right into it, or?
Why is it not?
Try to rejoin the meeting.
Yeah. I think it's us, not you.
That would be the first time.
And then that, okay. But the live stream, do you think it's still on?
It's showing up in the corner. Is that live in the corner?
Yes, it's
Okay,
live.
cool.
Sorry about that, both.
That's okay. Thank you. And that was my presentation. Thank you. I think that was about 6 minutes, right? Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Shantina Perez, and I will be presenting on Pink Banana. Before I go into it, I just have to say thank you so much to everybody. It took a village to get me here. I have my journey is a little longer than others, and if I had a little more than 6 minutes, I will go into it, but maybe I can share it with you all one day. But I tell you, everybody here has had a test, and they have been giving their testimonies up here. So I just want to give everybody a hand and just say thank you. If you do want to contact me in the future, here is my contact information. If you are seeking me outside of one of these items, honestly, I'm Shantina Perez across most social media platforms. The only thing that's not Shantina Perez is my email, and I'll update that too to be shantinaperez.shantina.perez at something. So, all right, so a little bit about me. On the south side of Syracuse, born and raised. I am a graduate from Syracuse University. I have my information management and technology degree. I also have an extensive background in training and customer service across several different sectors. Pretty much in any job that I have, it's something where I can help somebody or lead. I've been a Zumba instructor. I've been a substitute teacher. I've been a corporate trainer. I've been a software trainer. However, if you're looking for someone to be a team player in the future, don't count me out because I can do that too. I needed a change, what brought me here. So a few years ago, I was talking to my girls. They are my rock. And I told them that we need to change the trajectory of the family. And I wanted to do something that I had never done before. So I started looking for boot camps. And 2 things brought me here, honestly. One, I was driving an Uber one day and I was talking to my passenger because, you know, when you don't have a life coach or a therapist, you talk to your passengers while you're driving. And I told him my life story. And he told me that I could go to a hackathon, and he knew a guy that could probably help me out with my journey that I was speaking about. Unfortunately, I was not able to make it to that hackathon. However, a friend of mine started posting on Facebook about this careers in code and the ups and downs and everything that she was going through. However, she just knew it was going to change her life. And it was exactly what I needed. It meshed and melded with my family's needs. It was something that was affordable. It was something that was local, and I didn't have to go to New York City or Texas like I had been researching before. So that's the short story of how I got here. So the problem that I decided to tackle with my 3 girls, when I tell y'all, they are beautiful, they are entrepreneurial, they are smart, they are anything that you would want your child to be, and so much more. However, every time I went to go shopping for them and I needed something to reflect who they were,
Honestly, when you go into the girls section, you find flowers and butterflies and glitter, but you don't really find anything that says boss and scientist and genius and things of that nature. So I always find myself going into the boys section or the men's section to find items and accessories and t-shirts that reflect who they are as a whole. So we decided together that we would create a one-stop shop for girls and young ladies where they can see items that reflect who they are outside of the unicorns and butterflies, which are okay, but girls can also be bosses and scientists and things of that nature, as you can see right here. So the creative process, we would sit at the dining room table and I had these girls in business meetings. We planned things out. We made our vision boards. We made 3 mock-ups for the internet site. So they were awesome with that. I had a lot of challenges, but I will say one of the main ones was the motivation. Like I said, I will always talk about my girls, but sometimes when you're working so hard and you look over and you can't take them to the park or you want to spend more time with them, but you have to go to class, it does become a little bit more difficult. So that was the main thing. What's next? Well, actually, I'll go into what's next after going into my website. So let me go ahead and pull that up now. All right, so here's the Pink Banana website. They wanted to provide different things, whether it be tops, pants, accessories, even a natural lip gloss that they might make from home. The site will allow you to go to different pages and research their merchandise. And this is a mock-up now, however, we will be updating it with other items soon. You will be able to shop different accessories. The girls wanted something that was young, that spoke to teens and young women and actually anyone if you wanted to go here. They also wanted it to be easy to shop and affordable as well. If you ever want to look up more information about them, I do have an About Us section that has a little bit more of our story as well as a Contact Us page. So what's in the future? I will be continuing to build up our database. I will be adding a blog section so that we can add maybe daily affirmations. So when you come to the page, you get more than just merchandise. I also, through Surge as well, hopefully I may be working with Lockheed Martin. We'll see, fingers crossed. And I don't know who whistled, but that made me nervous. And hopefully I'll just continue to learn. I wish I could have a Pocket Max with me. He has been awesome. And Jason, for listening to everything. I really, truly appreciate you. That's my time, and I thank you so much.
I got a suggestion.
Okay.
Get on Skataya's. That's a Skataya's database.
Oh, listen, I've already planned on contacting you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Up next, we're welcoming Tiffany to the stage, and Danielle is on deck.
That's my old neighbor.
Over to the podium. Okay. And then just pop up and Zoom. Go share screen. Desktop one. And then in Canvas, if you make that full screen again, you should be able to present. You're good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Tiffany Williams, and y'all, I didn't think I was gonna be here. Let's be real. It was a lot. This was a hard 24 weeks. It was probably one of the hardest things I've done in quite some time. A little backstory. Prior to doing this, I always worked outside of the home. COVID hit, back in 2020, and it's like
the world got thrown upside down. All of a sudden, I was working at home. I'm talking to customers on the phone. I'm talking to patients. I'm being mom. I'm being the teacher. I'm being the gym teacher. And it was just a lot. And so, you know, it affected my mental health, absolutely. And then, you know, I was talking to one of my old coworkers, and she was telling me about like this, you know, technology class. She was taking this coding class, and she was like, you know, you should try it because I always loved computers. And so I decided to go ahead and apply. I literally at the time did not know how I was going to make the time because I didn't think I had time to do what I was already doing. But I applied, I did all the work, I got accepted. So, you know, it ended up working out. Oh, why is this not moving? There we go. Okay. That's just my contact information if anyone needs to reach me. But before Careers in Code, it was, you know, I got a lot of customer service experience. Almost all of my jobs was customer service. And I always had jobs working with computers at some point here or there. And I was really good at it. So, you know, starting this was kind of like right up my alley. And plus, as you can see, I'm a mom of 5 and then the 2 grandkids. And so I wanted to do something, you know, just to kind of show them that even though you're maybe a little more advanced in your life, you can still continue to, you know, learn new things and skills. So the project that I decided to pick was kind of centered around mental health. I went to so many websites and, you know, even like personal experience. And I noticed that all these websites, they're so clinical based. Like they've got all these, you know, diagnoses and terms that a lot of people might not know what it means. And so, you know, I wanted to kind of make a site where it gives information on how to seek help, but at the same time kind of, you know, gives you that personalized, okay, well, you might not be this far along yet, but maybe you could try like a breathing exercise. Maybe you could try like some meditation or some yoga to help you at that moment. So I did a little bit of research and, you know, in 2020 alone, there were 12.2 million adults that were seriously even thought about suicide. And that number alone is just, you know, it's insane. You know, numbers don't lie. And this is something that happens on like a daily basis where, you know, people think about it, people attempt it. Some people, you know, unfortunately they succeed, right? So, you know, throughout the creative process, it was more like doing, you know, research on websites, asking Max a lot of questions. Asking questions to some of my classmates. I talked to Laura, I don't know how many times, just, you know, venting to her because I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. So, you know, they helped quite a lot. They even, you know, Max gave us ideas about using like a Trello board, which, you know, some of the classmates did too. And I kind of used one as like an everyday thing and also used one as like, you know, working on my capstone to kind of help me put things in perspective. So while I was going through it, a couple of the challenges that I had was, you know, it's like my brain turned to mush. So things that we learned at the beginning of the cohort, you know, was I didn't remember. So like little things like linking pages, things like that, Max helped me out a lot. So I'm going to show you guys what the site looks like so far, which I am still working on it, but it's a work in progress. So Blue Phoenix, the name of the site, basically, you know, the color blue was supposed to be calming. And then, you know, Phoenix is like something that's courage and, you know, gives you strength, you're rising. So I had Max help me on putting an API where each time the user clicks on it or refreshes the page, it would end up giving you a new inspirational quote. And then, you know, you can go to different pages. I even put a personal blog about myself. It was something that was hard to share. I did attempt suicide when I was a teenager. And, you know, thank God I didn't succeed. But one of my things was I wanted to be able to help people in whatever way I possibly could. So I've got like breathing exercises that you can do. I put one on here. You can click the link and it'll actually take you to another site that, you know, has more on it. And then there's also like mental health resources. It gives you, you know, location-based counseling, different helplines. So in the future, what I want to do is kind of maybe work on the back end a little bit more, so that, you know, if a user wanted to create an account, maybe to kind of save some things or something along those lines. But I'm you know, absolutely hoping to be able to, you know, continue on this learning path. I don't want it to stop here, even though I'm happy that I made it this far. Which one? Oh, the stickers? Yeah. My daughter, she decorated it too.
So next up, we have Danielle, and we have Corey on deck. Pop over to Zoom. And share screen. Okay. You should be good to go. Yep.
Hi, I'm Danielle Floyd, and this is my journey to full stack development. A little bit about me. I am a mother of 2 princesses who never completed anything. I have went to 4 colleges and universities, and I've tried my hand at political science, African American studies, pre-law. All of those things fit my passion. However, student loans and life got in the way. Then came divorce and custody battles and lots of loss in my life. And what inspired me to take this particular course is my 2 princesses and my mom. She really motivated me. She kept pushing me and telling me, you know, I could do this. And that's how I got here to Careers in Code. The result was I ended up with some skills that I thought that I would never have, and that's I learned some HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, API calls, Node.js, SQL. I have a little bit of a vision forward and a path forward for my life, when before I would have never imagined that I would go down the road of tech. So it's just given me a path forward. And I've created a few projects, and I was surprised that I could make a calculator, and I made a movie app. And the challenge for me wasn't so much technical, it was more personal. Just getting up every day and telling myself that I can do it, I can go to class, I can try and complete something, I can stay motivated enough to wake up every day and not be depressed from what was going on personally with me with the custody battles themselves. And then the technical issues were pulling in data sets through making an API call, which you're pulling in the data from another website or another database. I found that pretty challenging. And then deploying my website was also challenging as well. But my capstone reflects my personal journey from start to finish because it's inspired by my daughters. And it solves the problem of bringing together resources for parents to manage and research the safety of the environments that our children are in, and also a place where we can discuss best practices for the safety of our children. And so I created the Safe Child site. It combined a lot of what we learned from week 1 all the way to the end. And in week 1, we learned a lot about like making layouts. And so you'll see it's pretty much laid out like what we learned. And when we made the news website project, it has HTML, CSS. I used vanilla JavaScript. I did not use React. I used an API to pull in the data, and I have a Postgres database on the back end. These are things that are happening sort of underneath the hood. And why use the Safe Child site? Well, it allows you to research schools neighborhoods, professionals who have daily interactions with our children. And mainly it gives parents a platform and a voice, like I said, to discuss best practices. And it integrates Syracuse crime data from the data.syracuse.gov.net. It has links to a local background check service and also links to offender registries. And I came across a huge problem where I had wanted to integrate an actual API for an offender registry within the system itself. However, the APIs for that were often unaffordable. Like it costs like $75 a month to integrate those APIs. So it's just a link at this moment. But to go to my site, it's really incomplete, but it's a work in progress. Here. Okay, thank you, Max. Here it is now, and it's powered by greatschools.org, and you can select the schools in your area, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and you can search them to find them here. As well as you can go to a local background check service, and from there you can research, whoever it is that you would like to have around your children. Also, there is a forum, which in the background there's a database running for the forum, which would sort of contain the login information for users. And that is my site. Next steps would definitely be properly integrating the API. For instance, like the Syracuse data site, I really don't even want to show it because it's incomplete. I would have to, for instance, let's say if you're looking for what is going on in your neighborhood, a lot of the data is available on Syracuse data, but I have to convert it to where it's usable and a user would find it more interactive. So just having it be a platform where people can do more research and where it's more user-friendly would be next.
So this is live, like when it's updated weekly from the data portal, will your data update also?
Since it's an API call, yes, it does have the ability to be live and update with actual information.
We're welcoming Corey, and then Sean Jay is going to finish it off for us. Set up here. You should be good to go. Good to go.
Okay. All right, hi everybody. My name is Corey Mitchell. Before I start, I do want to thank Max. I want to thank Jesse and basically just everybody, including the classmates. Thank you guys for being really patient with me. I went through a lot this cohort, but I didn't quit, so I'm proud of myself for that at least. Yeah. So before let me say a little bit about me. Here's my contact information. I'm actually working on a portfolio right now. Had a WordPress one, but I'm gonna build my own. And yeah, there's my LinkedIn, email. About me, before careers in code, I worked a different number of jobs ranging from technical support. Before that, when I was attending college at Syracuse University, I did a number of different internships, poli-sci, whatever, youth programs, but I did not really have a full background in tech. I started learning WordPress and did a little bit of freelance. And I had a friend of mine from school at the time who was a software engineer, introduced me to coding, and it really sparked my interest. And it was a challenge, so I wanted to learn something more. Outside of coding, I enjoy spending time with my family and friends, skateboarding and music. So for my creative process, for my capstone, I had to delay my project to actually do something a little bit more simple. But the creative process, as for everybody, is pretty much lectures, YouTube, Stack Overflow, and just searching for a lot of resources. Okay. The biggest obstacle for me was having to make a last minute change to my capstone due to some things going on. However, some of the technical issues I faced, just for some errors that I developed while, errors I experienced while developing the calculator that required, just problem solving and looking to outside sources for information. This cohort, what I did really struggle with was JavaScript, React and APIs. I haven't really covered all of that yet. And the goal for my project, since I wanted to do something, was just a visually appealing calculator. Jason did suggest that I explain the idea that I originally had, and it was actually a skateboarding brand. It was called the Rejects Archive, which was going to be a Black-owned skate brand, but it was also kind of like a network and archive for artists, people within the skate industry locally and whatnot, just to kind of come together and share their work and connect with one another. What's next? I would actually like to complete that project and hopefully continue improving my skills with full stack development. Let's see. Also, I want to say, while working on the calculator and just being part of the cohort, one thing that really sparked my interest was front-end development. I realized that's where my strength lied, and hopefully, as I learn more and continue to improve, I can get my skills up in the other languages. And here's the capstone. So again, it was just a calculator I created using React and a little bit of HTML and CSS. It's not much, but for me, this was actually a lot because, again, I struggled with a lot of these concepts throughout the program. And yeah, so there it is. There's some simple math. 500 plus 500 comes out to 1,000. Yeah, and let's see. Okay, that was pretty much it. Again, I just want to give one more thank you to everybody, especially again the staff and instructors for being patient in your time. You guys are great. Thank you.
Any questions? Awesome. We're going to welcome Sean Shea to the stage as our final presenter.
I don't know why I chose to be last.
switch. I just got to present. Oh, switch it to slide one first.
I think my hands sweat.
It's not you. You're not.
I need to get it.
Where did it? Just in the back button. Oh, did it sign you out of Canva?
But you know what? I got the backup.
Backups are good to go. All right, let's just full screen of that.
My animations won't work, but
Let me just see if I can pull it up right here. No?
Hi, everybody. I'm Strong Jane Mayweather. The name of my capstone project was Black Butte Directory. I'll get into that a little bit later. About me, before the boot camp, I worked at Microsoft for about 5 to 6 years, just doing small technical support and sales for people who are interested in Microsoft products. And then I went on to work for another company doing technical support, Wipro, where we did technical support for individuals using heart defibrillators and pacemakers, and that was kind of challenging. I currently work in mental health. I'm a mental health therapy aide at the local mental health hospital here in Syracuse, New York. I've been there for about 5 years now. And my job requires me to work a lot. I work about 50, even 70 hours a week sometimes, mandations, just from unit acuity and hospital needs. Why the heck Upstate Boot Camp? During the pandemic, I got sick. During my little 2 week, I had like a light bulb moment. Just was getting in, just being able to emphasize my interests. You know, I was looking for like social marketing because I'm a content creator, social marketing, just jumping into tech podcast groups, just everything. I was just trying to jump into a lot of different things. And I needed change. My job taught me a lot about mental health, self-awareness, self-care. So I, you know, just with that light bulb moment, I just like, I need something different. And outside the boot camp, I like to do a lot. Like I said, I'm into everything. But the main thing is beauty and fashion. That's like my lane. I love everything about it, anything, all of it is me. And that brought me to my problem that I wanted to solve with my Capstone project. I realized just like on social media and within my algorithm, I just saw a lot of people asking, just like Skatayo was saying, you know, looking for who does hair, who does nails, who does facials, all over social media. And even though I know a lot of these people who does these things, I just wanted to create a database or a website where everyone was all in one, specifically beauty businesses, beautician businesses. And that's where I came up with my project. The challenges I went through the cohort, working a double, and having to get off and go straight to class, just those different type of things. I did get a work injury at the job, performing restraint. So that was a challenge, and just, you know, keep jumping out of my schedule and getting back into work. Getting into class. JavaScript, like everybody else, was definitely a challenge for me as well. But React was very helpful with me learning JavaScript, but it also is one of my main challenges. I did enjoy the HTML, CSS, and I did find the databases, how we link the databases, the APIs. I think I'm gonna hop into DevOps later on. So those were some of the things that I did enjoy. Now I can show you guys my site. And it's still a work in progress, but I did learn how to fulfill my database with different businesses so that they can show up on my website. This is my website, the Black Beauty Directory. Let us help you find your beauty needs. I have different categories in my navigation system where you can just go to here, look for here businesses. They'll usually pop up down here at the bottom. I'm going to fill up my database more so they'll be more populated in the future. And we have nails. We also have face. I eventually want to break it down to where it's just makeup or facials, but here's just one simple page for all of it in one. And that's just another learning experience that I was learning through the APIs and the databases. I do have a contact page where people can fill out a form, add their business. And once you submit and click the link, it'll generate from your email so that you can send it directly to my email. And down here at the bottom, if you're looking for more Black businesses, the Tide is business in here, North Syracuse, just a way just to keep us all connected. And that's pretty much my project.
That was great because I see the need for that. We have a lot of folks that come through Syracuse and they're always trying
And
to
not
ask,
even from here.
ask, who does, especially women of color, who does hair and things like that. And I think if you could get this going, I think you will have a very successful venture with this. And I was even thinking with the reviews, because we got some folks that do a very nice job with hair, and sometimes there's some other things that you just need to know, but I could really see this being a great community resource. So nice job.
Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for all the presenters. I'm going to kick off graduation in just a minute here. Max, if you want to get the diplomas just in your hands. And I'm going to. All right, before we get into our graduation ceremony, we just have a short, I think 2 to 3 minute long video. Some of our instructors and teaching assistants and guest speakers saying a few words to our graduates. Hopefully the sound works. Hold on.
Hi, Careers and Coach students. Congratulations on your graduation. I'm proud of all of you who've already come, all the work that you've put in. And I'm excited to see what you do next. Hope to one day be working alongside all of you. Best wishes and reach out if you ever need anything. Again, congratulations.
Hi students, congrats on graduating Cohort 3 of Careers and Code. Looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Congratulations, you made it. Just remember that we're all here if you ever need anything. And I look forward to seeing where everyone goes in the next step of their journey. Good luck.
Hey, Cohort 3, congratulations. You should all be very proud of yourselves. You have really accomplished something amazing. And this is something that very few people really have an opportunity to do, but can really push themselves and get through it. And you may feel like you still have a long way to go, but you have really gone through some of the hardest part of the journey. So now comes the scariest part. It's trying to keep it going on your own without that lifeline, but rest assured, we are still here. So if you need something, please reach out. Let us know how things are going. And I tell myself every single day, just keep swimming. Know it. Little progress makes a lot of difference. So you don't have to do something every single day, but if you put it down for a day, pick it up the next day and just keep trying to improve, keep making those connections, and the opportunities will come.
Congrats! The fun starts now. Approach your code with your head up, grab your rubber ducky just in case, and allow yourself to enjoy what's next.
Hi, Careers in Code graduates. Congratulations on completing the Careers in Code cohort. I'm really excited to see what all of you do as you advance in your professional careers, and please feel free to reach out if you need anything, especially within the data space.
Hey all, it's Max, your program manager. Just want to say congratulations on completing the program and wish you the best of luck in whatever comes next for you.
Congratulations to Cohort 3 for making it to graduation. Throughout the course of the program, you've shown determination, persistence, and the drive to always keep learning, which, in my opinion, are the three most important characteristics of developers. I can't wait to see your careers blossom and the advancement you bring to the upstate New York tech community. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Careers in Code Cohort 3. I'm so excited for all of you and the hard work that you put in. It's been amazing to see you all get past challenges and make progress towards this goal. I want to encourage you to stay connected to each other and to stay connected to the local tech community. If you get discouraged, reach out to someone. Go to a meetup group, even start a meetup. Just remember, even if it's difficult, it is possible, and we're all rooting for you. Best of luck, and I'm so excited to see where you guys go.
Congratulations, Cohort 3. It's amazing to watch you all transform into software developers over these past 24 weeks. You have all had to make some tremendous sacrifice for the program, putting in hours both inside and outside of the classroom. You all inspire me, and we've learned so much from all of you. So thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to the program. I'm so incredibly proud of how far you've come, and you should all be very proud too. Can't wait to see where this program takes you, and again, congratulations. What's that, Larry? Yeah, the home office. One other final thing before we commence our graduation ceremony. Our students would like to thank the instructors, teaching assistants, and guest speakers. So there's a bunch of thank you notes right here. So if you are here, try to find your name. They're all labeled on here. It's going to be on the circular table in the back if you're tuning in virtually. And if you have your thank you notes with you, then put them on the back table when we're done. Yeah. If you have your thank you notes, put them on the circular table. Those that are tuning in virtually, I will mail them out to you. So we'll do that. Yes. Okay. And then, all right. So without further ado, at this time, I'd like to begin the graduation ceremony for the third cohort of Careers in Code. Jason, if you want to come up to the front as well. Laura, again, and Doug cannot be here today, unfortunately, but a couple of quick logistics. So each student, I'll call their name, they'll come up one by one. They receive their diplomas from Max. And then you're going to walk starting here and then exit the stage this way. So I know yesterday I said to stay on the stage. I lied. You're going to leave and go back to your seat just so we're not all crowded up here. As you pass our team, you can shake hands, you can fist bump, you can hug, you can elbow touch, or do nothing. You can do whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with. And then also something for the graduates, because I know I forget to say this. There's a bunch of Erie 21 shirts by Caitlin and Karen back there. Graduates, feel free to parse through the shirts and find your t-shirt size. It's a little gift from the Erie 21 folks.
And if you have not gotten your rubber duck yet, that is courtesy of Latoya.
Thank you, Max. All right. So all of our students have fulfilled and met the expectations for graduation today. Before our students walk the stage and officially graduate from this cohort, so to say a couple of quick words to all of our students. I'm sure you've heard this a million times tonight already, but today doesn't mark the end of your journey. Today marks an important milestone in all of your software professional careers. These past 24 weeks have prepared you to take on any problem or challenge you will face in the next chapter of your life. We've learned a tremendous amount from you, and we cannot thank you all for all of your hard work, motivation, and dedication to the program. Remember to never stop learning. You are a lifelong student. We will miss you, and we cannot wait to see all the amazing things you'll do with the new skills that you have learned. And please do not forget about us. All right, and I'd like to begin by calling the first student's name to receive their Careers in Code diploma, Larry Goodman. Zachary Hafner. Christy Harlow. Doug Rusin. Wayne Boyd. Skataya Bain. Stephanie Nunez. Nicole Broadnex. Santina Perez. Tiffany Williams. Danielle Floyd. Corey Mitchell. I'll bring it. Strongey Mayweather. Congratulations to the graduates of the third cohort of Careers in Code. All right, thank you so much everyone for coming. Again, 3 favors. Graduates, make sure you grab a t-shirt. And if you have thank you notes, put them here. Instructors, TAs, guest speakers, get your thank you notes and eat the food or bring it home. Thanks, everyone. Yes. Oh, yeah, students up here for a picture. Yes, all students to the stage for a picture, please. Graduates, sorry, graduates.
Lifelong learner, Jesse.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even realize that. So right now, that would have been pretty convenient. All right, I'm gonna get out of your way in just a second. Yeah, you want to do it in front of the screen, actually, I guess. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna pull up the. There we go. Yeah. Student graduates to the front, please, for a picture. Thank you very much. All graduates to the front. We're waiting on one more. We're waiting on one. Is that one?
Can we all make sure that we're looking at the same person? So,
Professional photographer.
Everyone look professional photographer and then do your thing.
Everybody look at Caitlin. Here, I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's like we're not getting out of here without.
No, I know. Yeah, we got to get.
All right, look right here for one.
All right.